flame show. Y'all wanna know about the mystery of flight?
I will say that actually record happened in 2019. The PDGA and U-Disc are kind of behind because of our last year's COVID year, but yeah, that record was set in 2019, and I mean, disc golf has been my job for the last 7 years that I've been professional, and it's not necessarily a full-time job, but it is my job. So in 19, when I was playing, I started out doing well, and the money kept coming in. I'd go to next weekend and I'd do well, and the money kept coming in. I'd go to the next weekend, and it just I started out playing a lot early, and it kind of just happened that I kept playing, and little did I know that I had an opportunity to break Emerson Keith's record at the time, which was 73. PDGA records me with 75. I actually finished with like 81 for the year. So the numbers are actually a little higher than what's portrayed, because I think some of them were doubles that were sanctioned, but it just kind of happened, and it just kept flowing, and it's kind of gone from there. So I got kind of lucky, to be honest. Definitely a strict putting routine. I'll start with, kind of what I do before I play. So for a long time, it's been my goal to get to the course before everybody, because I want to make sure I'm loose and ready and comfortable and stretched, and I know what my discs are doing for the day. So my goal is to try to get to the course an hour before I play, to get stretched and putt, and then throw. So the putting routine, it's pretty simple. I do basic 1, 2, 3 motions. So in my head, I have a clock, and I do 3 pumps. I do 1 pump, 2 pump, and then the 3rd pump, it's going to the bucket. But there's a lot of mental tricks that allow that to be possible, and a lot of practice that has allowed that to be possible. But the putting routine is very simple: 1, 2, 3, and it goes in.
That's inspiring, because I feel like that's been my downfall the last year or so, is putting, and it's all mental. It's all mental breakdown right at the end, right on the release. And I feel like my routine has kind of gotten, I don't know, rusty. I watched some old footage the other day of Dixon Jowers. I don't know if you know who this guy is.
Yeah, definitely.
Dynamic disc, and he you could tell he's not even looking at the basket. He's doing his routine, and then he looks at the basket, and then he fires it. I thought that was kind of an interesting, it's like a fresh view of the basket, and then he throws it.
Yeah, Big Germ actually does the same thing. He kind of looks down and looks up and then putts. Mm-hmm. Another person that does something similar is Emerson Keith. He actually, when he throws his forehand, he looks down at the ground and then looks up and throws. Mm-hmm. So
let me ask you about Emerson's putt, because I know he's a great putter. I mean, I've seen some amazing stuff, but it seems to have like a hitch in it. You know
definitely.
What I'm talking about? It kind of goes offline for a second.
Yeah, he's coming from his left hip, which he's good at making long distance ones, which I struggle at sometimes, but I've also seen a lot of them hit the pole or go through the bucket. So no knock to Emerson, because he's definitely a very good player, but
I was looking at your page and I saw this thing. Do you actually own this basket? Or
yes. That's my friend's basket, but the contraption on top of it is called a champ cap. And I was scrolling through Instagram one day and I saw people promoting it, and I was like, wow, that's a really good putting tool. And so I messaged them, and they're like, I kind of told them about myself and how involved I am in the DFW community as far as disc golf, and I was like, I think your putting tool is probably the best putting tool that could be used. And then I used it, and it is the best putting tool I've ever used. It actually helps you make contact with the chains, which I think is the goal in putting, is to make contact with the chains so the disc falls in the tray. But this champ cap goes over most baskets. They're working on getting the final product out, and each hole you see has different diameters, so it makes it more difficult to hit from different distances. I don't know the exact specs for the diameters, but like I said, they all go down in size, and the hardest one is what you can see on the left side through the biggest hole. But like I said, it is the best putting tool I've ever used because it is helping me make contact with the basket.
The mystery of flight. You wanna hear about the scene done right. So kill your TV and just come outside. We're gonna take you on a beautiful ride.